James Holder, Fightful TV, in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. We're at the press conference today for WBO World Champion Liam Smith defending against Saul Canelo Alvarez. Just witnessed the press conference, very interesting. How did you find it, Matthew?
Yeah, good. I mean, obviously we were in Dallas yesterday. It was, like I said before, it's been frustrating for Liam since we went on that to get a big fight, but it hasn't been for the one to try. And Frank's tried to make the fights. He's made offers to all the big names in the division, but for whatever reason they haven't come through. You know, Liam can only beat who's put in front of him. You know, and he's done it in style. He's barely. People talk about levels in boxing, and but you know, the reality is he's barely lost a round in his whole career, and he's been crying out for a fight like this. He's been crying out for a fight like this, and you know, he's been patient, and he's you know, gone about his work. He's improved in the gym. His performances have got better and better, in my opinion. Anyway, he's on an 8th. You know, he's knocked his last day out, and he's been rewarded now. His patience has been rewarded. He's got this massive fight against Canelo Alvarez, who's the biggest name in boxing now that Mayweather's retired. And I think it's going to be a great clash of styles. I really believe the styles will mesh. Liam's the type of fighter that makes you fight for 3 minutes of every round, and you know, I don't know how comfortable Canelo will be with that. You know, he has to come down in weight. I know he's only another pound this time, but he takes a lot out in water. And you know, Liam's got a good chin, good defence, works the body well. He's just on you. He's not a heavy concussive one-punch knockout merchant, but he breaks you down, he chips away. And I think he's going to really bring the best out in him. I know he won't be daunted. He's just not. That's just not his personality. He won't be phased, and I think he's licking his lips at the challenge. And yeah, I think he's going to bring the best out of him. I think it's going to be a great fight. And sometimes you need a bit of luck in boxing, but I think, you know, I got a good feeling for it. Good feeling for Liam.
I know, listening to Liam and yourself and the team, it didn't take very long for Liam to accept the challenge of this fight. But would you make of Joe Gallagher's comments that Team Canelo have made a quite big mistake here, underestimating the natural ability of Liam Smith and just how good of a fighter he is?
Well, I think what Joe's referring to is, you know, for him to fight Golovkin, it's obviously he's going to do more pay-per-views in America. It's a big fight that people wanted to see. So, you know, as Joe says, he'd have got beaten by Golovkin in his opinion, but he'd have got well paid for it, where he's going to get beaten anyway by Liam and not get as well paid. I think that's what Joe's referring to, which I don't think they were too happy to hear that, but that's his opinion. And, you know, there could be some truth in that. You know, Liam, I don't know what Canelo's getting for this fight. I'm sure every fight Canelo's involved in is a big fight and to get well paid, but he would have got more for Golovkin, but it was obviously Golovkin was a higher risk fight for him than what Liam Smith is. But, you know, sometimes they're the fights that you come unstuck in. You know, like you say, when do you make the step up? You only make it when you make it. You know, Ricky Hatton against Costa Tszyu. Ricky was a great fighter, a big profile over here, but in America and across the rest of the boxing world, nobody gave Ricky Hatton a chance against Costa Tszyu. Hardly anyone by Ricky and his own trainer believed in him. But Liam Smith believes in himself, Joe believes in Liam, his team believe in him. And, you know, he's from a real fighting family, isn't he? You know, 2 of his brothers have fought for world titles, gone very close. Stephen gave Jose Pedraza, who's a good fighter, a very close fight. Paul, a lot of people felt he was unlucky. I thought he was unlucky the first time against Arthur Abraham. Close fight, could have gone either way. You know, and even the second time was a good fight for Andre Ward. You know, so it's in his blood. His younger brother Callum's mandatory challenger for Bodo Jack. So it's in their blood, it's in their makeup. They eat, sleep, and breathe boxing. He won't be phased or daunted or intimidated by Canelo. Not a chance. He's just not that kind of person. On
top of that, we all anticipated the fight would be announced for Vegas. It's now sort of in Texas on September the 17th. Do you think Liam will take a big contingent out to Vegas? We've seen how popular he is here in Liverpool. Do you think that support can travel out to the States and sort of make themselves known?
Well, I hope so, because, you know, he is a world champion from the UK, from Liverpool, so I hope the city and the rest of the country get behind him, like they would do any of the other fighters, whether it be Amir Khan or Ricky Hatton back in the day. You know, Liam's a real exciting fighter and he's a real down-to-earth kid as well. So I hope the UK do. I hope everyone in England do get behind him. It's going to be a great fight, and I was actually initially disappointed that the fight wasn't in Vegas. Even myself, I thought, you know, I was really looking forward to another week in Vegas, big fight, etc. But having been to Dallas, having been to the Dallas Cowboy Stadium, I'm glad it's there. I mean, you can't explain it really. I could hype it up to an exaggerated, but it would still be better than what your imagination will do. It really is the best stadium I've been by far. And it's something new, isn't it? You know, Vegas. There's been a lot of fights in Vegas, and there's always a reason to go to Vegas, but this is a good excuse to go to Dallas, definitely.
September 17th, you see Liam Smith retaining his world title and announcing himself on the American stage in the biggest possible fight. You see everything going for Liam, see everything going well for him on the 17th.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's a difficult fight. There's no getting away from the fact that he's an underdog, and rightly so. Like I said, you cannot compare Canelo Alvarez's resume to Liam Smith's. You know, they're chalk and cheese. You know, in the level of opposition, but you don't make that step until you make it. And now it's on. The fight's been made, and this is Liam's big opportunity. That's why, even though Liam's the champion, I thanked Team Alvarez on behalf of Liam for the opportunity, because he is world champion. It is his belt they're fighting for, but he's fighting the #1 star in boxing, and I know Liam's going to go out there and do pull up. You know, Canelo can say he knows he's going to win, and Liam can say he knows he's going to. No one knows who's going to win. Both camps are confident. That's all we can say. What I do know is everyone in America will know who Liam Smith is after September 17th. That I do know.
Good to see Eddie Reynoso here as well. The man Seamus based his old haircut on. Fantastic to see Eddie Reynoso making the trip as well, I've got to say. Listen, we wish you and the team the best of luck. Hopefully we'll be out in Dallas harassing you guys and getting involved. And yeah, well done for Liam Smith for taking the biggest
well done
possible
Liam
fight
for taking it.
You know?
Well done Liam for taking it.
Thanks for your time, mate.